Dracula was a Halloween radio special for WHAS and the second production for Morris Shaw and Tower Hill Productions. I love producing these shows with Morris because he was very talented, from finding the scripts, getting it sold to the radio stations, assembling the cast, truly a bunch of effort to say the least. From 1979, here is the TRAX Tower Hill production of Dracula.
Happy Halloween. Hello again. This is Milton Metz here with a special treat for all our listeners. Tonight, WHAS presents a Tower Hill production of a radio version of Bram Stoker's classic tale of terror, Dracula. So get comfortable. Turn off your lights. Relax. This tale of ours begins in 1888, a year made famous in London by Jack the Ripper. But our story deals with a fiend more terrible, more cunning, and more evil. From the pages of his own diary, we begin with Jonathan Harker, a real estate agent from London, journeying in Transylvania to Castle Dracula on business. It is nearly midnight, and the coach driver and other passengers are nervous about Harker and his destination as they wait at the moonlit Borgo Pass.
Easy now. Be steady. Herr Harker, there is no carriage here for you. Why wait?
We are a trifle early.
Must you go?
Come with us. Oh, I have important business with Count Dracula.
Nosferatu.
What?
Undead.
My business calls me.
You may have too much of such matters before the dawn.
Take this crucifix.
I couldn't.
Please, for your mother's sake.
Very well.
Come with us to Bukovina and return tomorrow or whenever. The horses are restless.
Here's my carriage.
Nosferatu.
You are early tonight, my friend.
The English gentleman was in a hurry.
That is why you wish to go on to Bukovina. You cannot deceive me, my friend. I know too much, and my horses are swift.
Yeah, for the dead travel fast.
Come, Mynheer.
Here is his luggage.
Good night. Safe traveling, my friends.
Jonathan Harker's Journal, May 17, 1888. This journal of mine is going to prove fascinating. I am recording my adventures in this mysterious land. The people are a superstitious lot, but the wolves howling in these mountains do make the place frightening, and the imagination plays tricks in the darkness. A pack of wolves started to follow the Count's carriage, but the driver waved his hand and they ran off. He was a strange fellow. I wasn't able to get a clear look at him. His hat cast shadows over his face and a scarf covered his mouth. The castle in the moonlight looked foreboding, resting on the edge of a precipice. I was left off at the door, then the carriage disappeared into the shadows. He was a tall, gaunt man, clad in black from head to foot. He stood holding an antique silver lamp with its flame unshielded. He was old, but strong and virile looking, and clean-shaven but for a mustache. His mouth was rather cruel, with sharp white teeth. His eyes gleamed, and his gaze seemed to penetrate to the core of my being.
Welcome to my house. Come freely. Go safely. And leave some of the happiness you bring.
Count Dracula?
I am Dracula. And I bid you welcome, Mr. Harker, to my house. Come in. The night air is chill, and you must need to eat and rest.
Thank you.
You are my guest. It is late and my people are not available. Let me see to your comfort myself. This way. Upstairs.
The estate we have purchased for you is exactly what you required. On the outskirts of London, surrounded by a high wall, an ancient stone structure.
Excellent.
It has not been repaired for a number of years. There are no houses close at hand except a very large house which has been formed into a private lunatic asylum. It is not, however, visible from the grounds.
I am glad that it is old and big. I am myself of an old family. A house cannot be made habitable in a day. And how few days go to make up a century.
There are plenty of trees, and there is an old abandoned chapel on the grounds.
I rejoice also that there is a chapel of old times. We Transylvanian nobles love not to think that our bones may lie among the common dead. Here we are. I pray you be seated and sup how you please. Excuse me that I do not join you, but I have died already.
As you wish.
I long to go through the crowded streets of your mighty London, to be in the midst of the whirl and rush of humanity, to share its life, its change, its death, and all that makes it what it is. But, alas, as yet I only know your tongue through books.
But, Count, you know and speak English thoroughly.
Well, I know that did I move and speak in your London, none there are who would not know me for a stranger. That is not enough for me. Here I am noble. The common people know me, and I am master. But a stranger in a strange land, he is no one. I am content if I am like the rest, so that no man stops if he sees me, or pause in his speaking if he hears my words. Aha! A stranger. I have been so long master that I would be master still.
London is a friendly place, Count.
Still, I would that you would tell me when I make an error, even of the smallest, in my speaking.
Yes, certainly.
Listen, the children of the night. What music they make. Ah, sir, you dwellers in the city cannot enter into the feelings of the hunter.
I suppose not.
But you must be tired. Your bedroom is all ready, and tomorrow you may sleep as late as you wish. I have to be away till after sunset.
I see.
You may go anywhere you wish in the castle, except where the doors are locked, where of course you will not wish to go. We are in Transylvania, and Transylvania is not England. Our ways are not your ways. Your bedroom is through that door.
Thank you.
Good night. Sleep well. And dream well.
Jonathan Harker's Journal, May 20. There is something odd. Dracula never appears during the day, and at night there is no one to talk to but the Count. I begin to feel uneasy. I fear I am the only living soul in the place. I suspect it was the Count himself who was the driver of the carriage. Each night he asks more and more about England, as well as about myself and my dear wife, Mina. His behavior at dinner tonight, at which he again did not eat, was very strange indeed.
Who was it? but one of my own race who beat the Turk on his own ground. This was a Dracula indeed. In my veins flows the blood of many brave races who fought as the lion fights, for lordship.
You speak as if you had been present, Count.
The warlike days are over. Blood is too precious a thing in these days of dishonorable peace. And the glories of the great races are as a tale that is told.
You have a long and illustrious history, Count. By the way, do you have a mirror? I could use one. I cut myself shaving this morning.
Mirrors are foul bubbles of man's vanity. There are none here. Take care how you cut yourself.
You know, a woman on the coach gave me this crucifix. She said,
"Away with it."
I'll put it away if you insist.
I must go. Good night.
May 25, a night of horror and insanity. I am a prisoner and in desperate straits. It seems like madness. I gazed out my window and saw the Count emerge from the window below me and crawl face down the wall with his cloak spreading out around him like great wings. He moved like a lizard at great speed. I tried to leave the castle, but all ways out are locked. I ended up in an old musty room, long in disuse. I sat in a chair looking out the window at the night. I fell asleep. When I awoke, I cannot say, but 2 young women stood before me, bathed in moonlight. They were beautiful and voluptuous, and their laps were like silver.
Go on. Yours is the right to begin. He is young and strong. There are kisses for us both. Young man, let me kiss you.
Back, I say. How dare you touch him, either of you? How dare you cast eyes on him when I had forbidden it? Back! This man belongs to me.
You yourself never loved. You never loved.
Yes, I too can love. And yourselves can tell it from the past. Is it not so?
Yes.
Well now, I promise you that when I am done with him, you shall kiss him at your will. Now go.
My God.
Are we to have nothing tonight?
Take that bundle.
No. No. May 27. I am surely in the toils. He knows that I know too much and that I must not live.
Write 3 letters to your employer, or to any other. The first saying that your work here is nearly done. The second stating that you are now leaving my castle. And the third, that you are arriving at Budapest. The posts are few and uncertain, and your writing will ensure the ease of your plans.
The sheets of paper that he gave me were of the thinnest foreign post. I understood that I should be careful what I wrote, for he would read it.